Welcome everyone to Balance by Megan. I'm Megan. Today's yoga video is a new beginnings yoga flow. So if you're doing this in real time, it is the start of 2019. However, this is a video or a yoga flow that you can do anytime there's a new chapter in your life or a new beginning. So grab your mat and let's create balance in your life. So let's jump right into it today. Today's video, you'll start at the top of your mat. So come to stand at the top, feet are about hip bone width apart. And press into the big toe mound, the baby toe mound, and the two back corners of your heels. Hands will come down by the side, palms facing forward. I'm going to draw the shoulders away from the ears. Mountain pose. So it is at this time in the video that I invite you, if you haven't already done so for the new year or whichever new beginning you are starting, let me know what that is in the comments below. Is it a new chapter in your life, a new intention? Comment down below. But it is at this time that I invite you to come back to an intention or to create one. Perhaps it's this feeling, perhaps it's a theme or an intention. And I've talked a lot about this on social media leading up to 2019, so feel into that, breathe into that. Take a few more deep breaths here, just really settling into that feeling, that thought, that intention. And then we'll bat the eyelashes open if they were closed, and we'll flow. Inhale, reach the arms up. Fingertips interlace, keep the index fingers pointed. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Inhale here. Exhale, come back through to center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Inhale. Exhale, come back through to center. Inhale, reach, and exhale, forward fold at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can come to the thighs, the shins, or the floor. Exhale, fold, bending the knees if needed. Inhale, roll back up. Arms reach up and palms kiss overhead. And draw the hands to your heart space. Get realigned here. Press down into the feet, lift up through the arches. Inhale, reach the arms up. Stretch. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Inhale. Exhale, we come back through to center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Inhale. Exhale, come back through to center. And we'll reach for the sky. Hinge at the hips, forward fold. Nose comes towards the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up. Vertebrae by vertebrae up the spine. Palms reach up and draw the hands back to the heart space. Once more, inhale, reach up. Exhale to the right. Take a breath here. Exhale, come through to center. reach. Side body stretch to the left. Inhale. Exhale, come back through to center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down the center line, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up the same way. Palms reach up and kiss overhead. And draw your hands to your heart space. Just take one breath here. Feeling your heart beating beneath your thumbs. Then we'll draw the hands back down towards our sides and we'll flow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, this time go straight down the center line. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then step the right toes back, step the left toes back. Come forward all the way to your belly. Inhale, loop the shoulders, come up, cobra. Exhale, release the head. Curl the toes underneath and push up to plank and send it up to downward facing dog. So pedal it out here, find some movement. Get your feet situated on your mat. Lift the hips up. You can pedal it out for another few breaths, or you can find stillness. Yogi's choice. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. And exhale, hop or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. Reach the arms up. Palms touch. Draw them down by your heart space. We'll do that again. Inhale, reach it. Exhale, fold down the center line. Inhale, halfway lift. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Step the right toes back. Step the left toes back. Belly to cobra. Or this time you can take a chaturanga to upward facing dog. We'll curl the toes under and we'll come up to a downward facing dog. So spread your fingertips nice and wide in your downward dog. And press into the fingertips rather than collapsing into the wrist. And your heels don't have to reach the mat, but have that action of drawing them down towards the ground. And on your next inhale, look to the front of your mat, bend the knees, and make your way to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up through to center. Draw your hands up and over and bring them down to your heart space. Take a breath here. Exhale, draw your hands down by the sides. And we'll pick up the pace a little bit and add some more on. So inhale to reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Step the right toes back, step the left toes back. Belly to cobra or chaturanga to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inner thighs rotate inwards, and we paddle it out here if that feels good. Or you can find stillness. And whatever choice you make, don't forget to breathe. Here we'll pick up the right leg, anchor the left heel down. Inhale, draw it into center and place your foot between your hands. Drop the back knee down, and we're here in our low lunge. So making sure that the knee is over the ankle. And we're here in our low lunge. You should be feeling this in your left hip flexor here. And just noticing if you're tight, if you're holding a lot of tension in the hips, you might be really flexible and this might be no problem to you. So just honor where your body's at today. And from here, we'll inhale, lift the arms up and over, and we'll come into a low crescent lunge. You might take a slight back bend if that feels good to you. Exhale, plant the hands down. Straighten the front leg and come into a runner stretch. So we want to keep about a 90-degree angle in the back leg and not sink down too far where we're overstretching, but getting a nice hamstring stretch here. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, release over that straight leg. And breathe in through the nose, and exhale, you might sigh it out, let something go. And then on your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, press back into the front leg. Plant the left hand down beside your foot. Curl the back toes underneath. And inhale, we'll take a twist in our lunge. Sending the right fingertips up towards the sky. Really reaching the back knee up. And if that's too much though, you can keep it down on the mat. And twists are a great way for removing stagnant energy and also good for the digestive system. Exhale, plant the hands back. Step your right foot back. You might keep that right leg up and come to your chaturanga that way, to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And don't worry, if you can't keep the leg lifted, perhaps you make that a goal of yours to work on. Maybe it takes you a few days, a few weeks, a few months to master. Otherwise, just go with your own flow. And we'll just take one more breath here. And then we'll anchor the right heel down, send the left leg up, keeping the baby toe facing the mat. We'll draw it in towards center, step it between our hands, and drop the right knee down. And we come into a low lunge here. And just feeling it out. If you want to go a step further, you can bring your hands up towards your knee, sink a little lower. But depending on where you're at in your practice or in the day, this might be where you're at. And take one more breath here. And as you exhale, draw the left hip back. Keep them square. Flex the left foot and come into your runner's lunge. And you might stay up here if this is already a good hamstring stretch for you. If you want to go a little deeper, you'll fold over that straight leg. Make sure you're pressing into the top of your foot. And that's in the foot behind you. Just bringing a little stability to your pose, to your body. And then we'll take an inhale, we'll look forward. Exhale, press into that front foot. Plant the right hand, and if you picked up your leg here, come into your twist like so. So really reaching those left fingertips upwards and pressing in to my right hand. And if I need to keep the back knee lifted, no problem. We can always be working towards something new in our yoga flow. And take one more breath here. Exhale, bring the left hand beside the hand, plant them, step back, and you can keep that left leg lifted as you move through your chaturanga like so, or belly to cobra. downward facing dog. And take a few breaths here in your down dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. And exhale, make your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come up, palms kiss overhead, and draw your hands to your heart space. Bring your hands down beside you. Take a moment here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, you know what to do, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And step the right toes back, step the left toes back. Move through your flow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just take one breath here, in through the nose. Exhale, side out. And then we'll anchor the left heel down and we'll send that right leg up again. Inhale here. Exhale, draw it in. Place the knee on the outside of the right hand. Flex the foot and come down to your pigeon pose. So you might walk that back knee back a little bit. Come on to the top of the foot. And you can draw your front foot in towards the body if you need a little bit more space, or out a little bit more. I don't recommend keeping it parallel to the front of your mat. It's not really great on the knee joint. And inhale, sink the hips down, look forward, and as you exhale, come through. And we can place our hands on our fist, like so, or you can come all the way down to the mat. But we'll be in our pigeon pose for 10 full cycles of breathing. And if you find that the right hip is really upwards, you can't get them level, you can stick a block or a blanket underneath the one hip so that you keep the hips nice and square, nice and level. You don't want to be dumping weight into one side over the other. Just take a few breaths here. Coming back to your breathing, evening it out. Best as you can, trying to quiet the mind. Or at the very least, just finding stillness and being present here on your mat. And we'll take one more cycle of breath here. When you inhale, come back up. And you can stay here. If you want to take a step further, come onto the top of the back knee, kick your foot up towards the sky. And with your left hand, reach it behind and give yourself a little quad stretch here. And if you can come up onto no hands. Otherwise, we're here, or our back foot is down. Take one breath here. Exhale, release the foot. Plant the hands. Pick up the back knee and step back to your downward facing dog. And just take one breath here. And then we'll draw the right ankle down, send the left foot up, draw it in towards center and release the knee onto the outside of the left hand, flexion in the foot, toes, and we'll come into pigeon on the other side. So we're here, or we can come down a little further, placing our fists on top of each other, or we can come all the way down to the mat. Make sure that you're keeping flexion in the front foot to protect the knee joint. And just finding a few moments of quietness here. Just when you think you can't stay here for another few breaths, just breathe into it. And just focus on the inhale of air and the exhale of the air leaving the body. And we'll take one more breath together. On the next inhale, you'll come up. And same thing, whatever you did on the other side, do so on this side, evening out both sides of the body. So if you took the quad stretch there, then you'll reach the right hand back. You'll come to give that leg a stretch. If you were able to take the full pose, you'll lift the left arm up. Otherwise, we're here, or we're keeping that back leg down and just finding another few breaths in pigeon pose. As you exhale, try not to revert to the slingshot effect. Place it down nice and gently. Plant the hands, lift up the back knee, and step back to your downward dog. And we'll take just a few cycles of breath in your down dog. So, pedaling it out, bringing a little bit of blood flow back to the legs. From here, we'll release the knees back to the mat, swing the legs to one side, and come to have a seat on your mat. Send the legs out long, and pick the right leg up, place it over the left, and you can stay here while we go into the twist, or you can kick that left leg behind you. Inhale, send the left arm up and draw it behind the right knee. And so you're creating this resistance effect between your elbow and your knee. Inhale, reach the crown of the head forward, and exhale, twist a little more. And we're just finding a final twist here before we start our day or our week or a new beginning. And exhale, release. Take a counter twist, so send the right hand up, bring it in front of that knee and just take one counter twist here. We'll send the legs out long and pick up that left knee, place it over the right. Kick the right leg behind you. Send the right arm up and draw it over to the outside of your left knee. And we're here in our twist. And if you find that your shoulders are crouching up towards your ears, just gently draw them away, lovingly, gently. And keep flexion in your feet. Take one more breath wherever you are. And as you exhale, release, take the counter twist. Just one cycle of breathing. And as you exhale, release. And from here, we'll come into easy pose or cross-legged pose. And just placing the hands either palms down on the knees or palms up. Whatever feels most natural to you in this moment. And come back to the intention that you had set at the start of this video. So I encourage you, as I mentioned at the start, to let us know what you're working on. What is your new beginning, your new chapter, your new year supposed to look like? If you want to keep connected, follow me on social media. You can find that listed in the notes section of this video. And I've been talking a lot about intentions and feelings, so you'll fit right in with this video and what we've been talking about on the Balance by Meghan account. And subscribe to the channel today for weekly new videos, and share this one with a friend who could benefit from the practice. And with that being said, draw your hands to your heart space and just take a moment to find gratitude in making time for yourself and being committed to your practice, both on and off the yoga mat. Draw the hands up to the third eye, the place between our brow, our inner teacher and our inner guidance. We bow when we say, the light in me honors the sparkling light in you. Namaste.